Hey everybody, Jason Bailey commented on some different configurations for the magazine coupler. So we're going to explore some of those options and some of the other ones that people have recommended. So this is a standard configuration. This will work in AR-15s. Works great. I have an IWI X95 and I've gone over it in previous videos, but in this configuration, whenever you load the tall mag, the short mag covers up the, when you have the short mag in, the tall mag covers up this. And this is you see that moving? See that little part right there? That's the mag release. So when I push the mag release up here, that little thing pops out, letting the mag fall. And whenever the short mag is in, this taller one is covering that up and they bind. If they were further apart, maybe it would work, but we're going to try out a couple different things. So I think Jason recommended, almost there, or he suggested end to end. So we would have this one here. And then you would have this one here. So this configuration, you'd have the magazine loaded this way, and then you would flip it and have it loaded this way. Now, one thing that jumps out at me right away is that this is very long. So it would give you trouble if you ever had to go prone and are laying on the ground. You'd have to cant your rifle to the side. So this thing, or it would be sitting up like this, and which leads to these bullets being introduced to dirt, debris, and other garbage in here. You don't want that, because then as soon as you put this in, load this into your chamber, all that crud and stuff, dirt, sand, mud, snow, whatever. I mean, snow at least would melt and get out of the way. Dirt and grime, plant material, stuff like that, rocks, that's going to be an issue, potentially gum up the works of your rifle and cause failures. Now, there was another back-to-back I had, or front-to-back. Come on now. There we go. So if we do front-to-back, that would potentially work, because, wait, no, would it make a difference which way these are facing? If this was forward, it would be in. Yeah, so we'd have to turn them around. So in order for this to work, we'd have to have this one backwards. And then this one is forwards. So that way, oops. That way, whenever this one is in, the other magazine is always on the right-hand side. So the benefit of this, you'd probably still want to have them staggered, so that way they don't bonk into each other whenever let's try this one out. I'll tighten these down, see how we like it. So the benefit of this one is whenever you're firing, the recoil of the gun will seat the ammunition in the magazine that is not currently chambered in the rifle. Because these guys are facing that way, so whenever the gun goes bang and the recoil sends it this way, it's pushing them into this back part. Whereas if they're all facing forward, you could get creep like this from the recoil. Let's see if it'll fit. All right. Here we are. That seems all right. It's a little chunky here on this side. Mag release works. Turn it around. All right. Appears to work. Whenever we take it out, it's no longer than a oh, wah wah wah. The ejection port for the spent brass is covered up now. That would definitely lead to failure. In a standard AR-15, this would work fine because the ejection port and the magazine, they're, well, would it work? I don't know. If we dropped this one down, it would work. But if we dropped this one down, the other one was going to be taller. One of them is going to be taller than the other one, unless we have them. Let's see what happens when we have them same height, which I think is going to could potentially give you problems with reloading if you're bunging them around and they get in each other's way. Yeah, plus with them facing away from each other like this, they don't like to, it doesn't match up as well. Yeah. All right, let's see how it works. Better, but it's really close to the ejection port. I just lost one. Did you see that? When I smacked it, one popped out of this one. This one's still a little above. I don't think the mag coupler is a really great idea for the X95. ARs should work fine. Which one of these is light? But I don't think the mag coupler is going to work for the bullpup on the X95. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's any configuration. You're just going to be better off if you really need 60 rounds in your X95 as opposed to just having kit with a bunch of spare 30 rounders. Your best bet's probably a drum, and that's going to be bulky too on your. Like, I didn't like having the spare mag out under my arm whenever I was holding the rifle. So there you have it. There's some of your suggestions and why they're not great for the X95. And for the AR-15, we don't need them. We just face them both forward, and it works just fine. Hope that helps.